Good morning, everybody, and welcome to our full draw for the 2021 Great South African Rugby Quiz. I'm your quiz master, Richard, and joining me this morning is the future Mrs. Rugby Quiz, Brigitte, to help us draw our names. Right, so unlike other rugby draws, we unfortunately do not have the capabilities and the affordability to get Alma Smith to do a half an hour build up for us, so we will jump straight in. Right. So over the past 2 weeks, our 20 competitors have all been playing on a level playing field to determine their seedings. Their scores were taken and placed into different bands according to their scores. Our top four were placed into band one, the next four scores placed into band two, and so on and so forth. Right. And along with that, we have added an extra twist where we had three medical jokers, players that were unable to attend our preliminaries that have been placed randomly in band 3, 4, and 5. So how are we going to make this work? Is we're going to start with band 5, and Brigitte is going to draw the names for us, and each name that gets pulled out will be placed alphabetically from pool A, B, C, and so on and so forth. Once we are done with band 5, we will move on to band 4, draw those names, placing into bands A, B, C alphabetically, and so on and so forth. So, not to waste any time, let's get going. In band 5, we have Keelan Creel, Rock and Roll, Basil Castle, and Medical Joker number 3. Okay, just make sure all four names are out of there. Okay, Brigitte, I'm going to ask you to spin and draw our first name for us. Our first name out. In Pool A, competing in May, will be Keelan Creel. Okay, can you do another spin for us? Going into Pool B, we have Basil Castle. Pool C, Medical Joker number 3. That means in Pool D, we should have, playing in August, Rock and Roll. Right, so just to quickly recap, in Pool A, Keelan Creel, Pool B, Basil Castle, Pool C, our Medical Joker 3, and in Pool D, Rock and Roll. Let's move on to band number 4, where we have Andre Gill, JT, Rugby Chats with Angus, and Medical Joker number 2. This is all feed.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay.
Right. First up, we have Medical Joker number 2. In going into Pool B, we have JT. Going into Pool C, Andre Gill. And in Pool B, we have Rugby Chats with Angus. So to recap quickly, Pool A contains Medical Joker 2 and Killen Creel. Pool B, JT and Basil Castle. Pool C, Andre Giel with Medical Joker number 3. And in Pool D, we have Rugby Chats with Angus and Rock and Roll. Moving on to Pool Band 3, we have Sean Mack, Gerard Groenewald, Nico de Toey, and Medical Joker number 1. Baby shuffle.
Okay. Into the
Okay. So, going into Pool A, we have Medical Joker number 1. So, our 2 Medical Jokers playing against each other next month. In Pool B, we have Nico de Toey, in Pool C, Gerard Groenewald. Right, and then in going into Pool D, we have Sean Mack. Great, so quickly recapping, in Pool A we have Medical Joker 1, Medical Joker 2, Killen Creel. Pool B contains Nico de Toey, JT and Basil Castle. Pool C, Gerard Groenewald, Andre Giel, and our Medical Joker number 3. And in Pool D we have Sean Mack, Rugby Chats with Angus, and Rock and Roll. Right, moving on to band number 2, we have Davin Beryl, Running Fly Off, Joandre Hubert, and Dylan Jack. Right, Brigitte, please do us the honors. Going into Pool A, we have Dylan Jack. Pool B, we have Joandre Hubert. Going into Pool C, we have Davin Beryl. Pool D, Running Fly Off. Great, so recapping before we draw our last band, Pool A, we've got Dylan Jack, Medical Joker number 1, Medical Joker number 2, and Killen Creel. Pool B, we have Joandre Hubert, Nico de Toey, JT, and Basil Castle. Pool C, we've got Davin Beryl, Andre Groenewald, Gerard Groenewald, Andre Giel, and Medical Joker number 3. Pool D, Running Fly Off, Sean Mack, Rugby Chats with Angus, and Rock and Roll. That means we move on to our last band, band number 1, where we've got Jacques de Blanche, William Solomon, J.W. Coetzee, and the Yellow Cap. We have all 4 there. So, Pool A. Which top seed is going to join Pool A? We have William Solomon. Pool B. the yellow cap. Pool C. Our top seed, Jacques de Blanche. And then finalizing Pool D, we have JW Coetzee. Right, so just to recap our pools, in May we're going to have William Solomon, Dylan Jack, the Medical Joker 1, Medical Joker number 2, and Killen Creel. Pool B kicking off in June, Yellow Cap, Jean-Ray Hubert, Nico de Toy, JT, and Basil Carstorm. Pool C following in July, we've got Jacques de Blanche, Davin Beryl, Gerald Groenewald, Andre Geel, and Medical Joker number 3. Pool D, we've got JW Coetzee, Running Fly Off, Sean Mack, Rugby Chat with Angus, and Bock and Roll, and they will be competing in August. Following that in September, we're going to have our plate final, where our 4 pool runners up, along with a wild card, where we're competing for a spot in the grand final. And in October, our grand final, where our 4 pool winners and our plate final winner will compete for the grand prize. Thank you so much for watching and have a lovely Saturday morning and enjoy the rugby.